When Bette Davis' Eyes topped charts in 1981, it seemed like just another catchy pop hit. But behind its slick production, smoky vocals, and infectious melody lies a story far more complex. And few listeners today know the full truth behind it. The version that made Kim Carnes famous was not the original. In fact, the song's history begins years earlier, with a completely different sound, a different intention, and a very different singer. Bette Davis' Eyes was first written in 1974 by Jackie DeShannon and Donna Weiss. The original version, recorded by DeShannon herself, sounded nothing like the version most people know. It had a country rock feel, slower tempo, and a soft, almost folk-like delivery. It lacked the cold, seductive edge that would later define the track's massive success. At the time, it barely made an impact. But in 1981, producer Val Garay and Kim Carnes radically reinvented the track. They stripped the song down to a minimalist arrangement, added a sharp, mechanical beat, eerie synth textures, and processed vocals. The result was a haunting, modern track that tapped into the emerging new wave sound of the early 80s. It was this transformation that turned Bette Davis' Eyes into a global phenomenon. What most people don't know is that Bette Davis herself was still alive when the song was released, and her response wasn't just polite approval. She reportedly loved it. She sent letters of thanks to Carnes, Weiss, and DeShannon, and even displayed a gold record on her wall. But it's what the song represented that mattered more. The track mythologized Davis's image, not as a star of the silver screen, but as a symbol of danger, allure, and power. The lyrics weren't just about her. They were about the concept of a woman weaponizing charisma, and that had ripple effects throughout pop culture. The success of the song catapulted Kim Carnes into global stardom, earning her a Grammy for Record of the Year. Yet despite the track's massive success, Carnes struggled to replicate its impact. Bette Davis' Eyes became both her signature and her shadow. It defined her career, and also limited it. For years, she was tied to a single hit that overshadowed her deeper catalog. Another hidden detail is how the track was produced. Garay's recording approach was cold and clinical. He reportedly built the song around a click track, assembling it piece by piece with meticulous precision. This mechanical structure was unusual for the time, and gave the track an unnatural rhythm that felt almost hypnotic. The drums weren't played live in the traditional sense. Instead, they were layered for effect. This method gave the song a sterile, detached mood that perfectly matched the lyrics' portrayal of a woman who is emotionally untouchable. There's also the question of who inspired the writing. While the lyrics reference Bette Davis directly, they speak more broadly about a type of woman. Someone intimidating, in control, difficult to read. It wasn't a tribute. It was a portrait of power with sharp edges, written during a time when mainstream music rarely gave women that kind of framing. Later interpretations of the song have tried to soften its meaning, painting it as a quirky ode to old Hollywood. But the song's original reinvention in 1981 was anything but nostalgic. It was cold, modern, and calculated. Its real shock isn't just how different it is from the original version. It's how it became a symbol of a cultural shift in music, gender roles, and the music industry itself. Bette Davis' Eyes remains one of the most recognizable songs of its era, but very few people know how it came to be, how it was reshaped, and how it nearly never existed in the form we know. The truth behind the song isn't just surprising. It's a reminder that sometimes the most iconic hits are built not from inspiration, but reinvention, precision, and risk.